The following is a lecture on the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 14th, Text 32, given by Shriman KratuDas ji Adhikari, recorded on December 26, 2009, in Hyderabad, India.
Nayam arhati asadvritto naradeva varasanam yo adhyagyapatim Vishnu vinandati anarpatra. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The saintly sages continued, this impious, impudent man does not deserve to sit on the throne at all. He is so shameless that he even dared insult the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Vishnu. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One should not at any time tolerate blasphemy and insults against Lord Vishnu or his devotees. A devotee is generally very humble and meek, and he is reluctant to pick a quarrel with anyone, nor does he envy anyone. However, a pure devotee immediately becomes fiery with anger when he sees that Lord Vishnu or his devotees is insulted. This is the duty of a devotee. Although a devotee maintains an attitude of meekness and gentleness, it is a great fault on his part if he remains silent when the Lord or his devotees is blasphemed. Na ayam arhati asatvrute. This man, a king, Vena, is very impious, demoniac, and that's why saintly persons, they are saying that this king does not deserve Vara Ashana, the throne of whole earth planet. And they continue to say that he is shameless and demoniac, and how dare he blaspheme Vinandati to Supreme Personality of Godhead Lord Vishnu. So they concluded that this particular man is not fit for the throne. The qualification of holding such a post is that he must be totally Krishna conscious. This is the most important principle for having a very nice kingdom. A king is said or should be representative of God, and that's why he is honorable and worshipable just like God. But here we see that a king is demon and he is acquiring worshipable throne, which is contrary, which is no good. So one should not tolerate this. Ultimately, Krishna is the king of all kings. Everything belongs to him. Ishavasyam ishtam sarvam yat kinchit jagatam jagat. Everything belongs to him. Because everything belongs to him, everything is meant to be enjoyed by him only. That's why he's called Adhiyagyapatim, the master and enjoyer of the all sacrifices. Everything is created by him, and that's why everything is meant for his enjoyment. Prabhupada gives a very simple example to understand this. He says that we create anything like house or money or anything we make, it is meant for our enjoyment. Similarly, Krishna created and made everything, and naturally it is meant for his enjoyment. So Krishna, being so sharp, intelligent personality, that he has appointed different person in charge of different departments in his kingdom. If he has to take care of everything within his creation personally by himself, then he is not the God. He has designed his creation infrastructure in such a way that everything will go on automatically under his direction. And that's why he has many agents and departmental heads. So this earth planet is like one of the mustard seed in a huge big bag of mustard seed. It is very insignificant. And he designed this material creation by with the idea that there will be one king on earth planet who will be my devotee, and he will be looking after the management, and that he must be my representative, meaning he must be my devotee, and he must be giving every little thing that is produced on earth planet to me. So a king should be representative of Krishna, and everything that is being produced in his kingdom must be offered to Krishna, because this all the creation, including this earth planet, belongs to him. Srila Prabhupada gives very beautiful example for that reason. That is a queen of England who owns whole earth planet. The viceroys in India, which is owned by queen, he is representative of that queen, and anything and everything that is given to him or he acquires or manages or anything and everything that belongs to the crown and not him. So Mountbatten, who was viceroy here, he did not think himself to be a owner or king of this greater India, but in turn every little thing that he got, even a pin, he turned that into the throne. So a king, under the illusion, he thinks that he is a king and he is a owner and master of everything that he surveys, enjoyer, master, then he is in illusion. And not only that, but King Venu blasphemed Lord Vishnu. Vinindati, that he blasphemed, not even criticized, blasphemed. That is even more severe. Vinindati. So he was demoniac with this one great disqualification. So he is demoniac. Like I said yesterday, that those who are not devotees of Lord Vishnu are called demon, and those who are devotees of Lord Vishnu are called devotees. Vishnu Bhakta Bhaved Deva Asuryasya Viparjaya. So King Vena, he blasphemed Lord, and that's why Lord's devotees' duty to punish or kill such envious snake. Hantyam esha papa prakriti daruna. Hantyam 31. One must kill him. Why? Because he is the blasphemer of Supreme Personality of Godhead and trying to acquire that throne of the whole earth planet. So he deserved to be killed. And there is no sinful reaction involved in killing a demoniac king. A king must make his kingdom a very high level Krishna conscious kingdom. So this is king's duty. And why he should do such a thing? Because Krishna has created his creation in such a way that everybody will serve him, give him pleasure, and by that everybody will get the pleasure and they'll be properly situated in their constitutional position where they can remain peaceful, blissful, happy ever. So idea is to make everybody peaceful, blissful, happy, Krishna conscious, and ultimately they can return back to home, back to Godhead. This is the idea. An individual human being should be peaceful, blissful, happy, and his family at the same time should be peaceful, blissful, happy, and his village and his province and his country and whole earth planet and whole material creation and spiritual creation, everywhere the Krishna consciousness should be pervaded so that everybody can become peaceful, blissful and happy. So this is the idea that by peaceful, blissful happiness one can practice Krishna consciousness and attain the highest level of Krishna consciousness, which is pleasing not only to the soul, not only to Krishna, but everybody. That's why Srila Prabhupada created a separate society in which a person can remain peaceful, blissful, happy and practice Krishna consciousness and attain the highest level of consciousness, which is Krishna consciousness. So this is the idea of having temples or farm communities or Bhakti Vriksha program or anything and everything we propagate in Krishna consciousness is to make everybody peaceful, blissful, happy. Ultimately he practices Krishna consciousness, highest level of Krishna consciousness, and at the end he goes back to home, back to Godhead. So who is the leader, king, president, GBC or anybody who is acquiring highest post, managerial post? What is his main duty? That his main first and foremost duty is to facilitate people under him to become peaceful, blissful, happy, practice highest level of Krishna consciousness, and then they can help others. So this is his topmost duty, that he becomes a facilitator and not the ruler, my way or highway. It's Krishna way or highway. Either you practice Krishna way or highway, not my way. We all should practice Krishna way. And I have seen many ISKCON operation where it is like that, my way or highway, which is not good management. It is Krishna's way, or we have to facilitate people to become peaceful, blissful, happy and Krishna conscious. This is the role of king, that he is a facilitator. If there is no loving, caring Krishna consciousness, then it's better to head for the hills rather than fighting. And of course here the instruction is other way, that King Venu is not Krishna conscious, then they are trying to kill him, which is proper, because the whole earth planet will go to hell just because of him. Na datavyam, na hotavyam, Bheri Goshena, no charity, no yagya, no Brahmanical culture. So that means he should be killed. So, blasphemy is very bad, but meaning vinindati is very bad, but a devotee does not indulge in vinindati, but if somebody is blaspheming the devotees or Lord, then due to his highest level of Krishna consciousness, he cannot tolerate this. Just like a very good example, a wife, very, very chaste, sati, to her husband, very chaste, and she loves her husband. And every gait, every action, everything is for husband. That kind of wife, if you blaspheme her husband in front of her or anywhere, doesn't matter what, she will be very, very furious, very furious. Just because you, and why she will be furious? Because she loves and she is chaste to her husband. So she cannot tolerate even % of blasphemy to her husband. Similarly, the devotees, they are also like that they love Krishna to the topmost degree, even more than themselves, and they are very, very faithful to Lord Krishna. And when somebody blasphemes Lord, he wants to tolerate, but he cannot tolerate. And same is the case with Lord also. Lord loves his devotees to more than himself, and when somebody blasphemes devotees, the Lord also cannot tolerate. This is a very, very, very strong knot, very strong attachment between Lord and his devotees. It's a very high, intense relationship between Lord and his devotees and vice versa. Lord Krishna says in 11th canto to Uddhava how much he loves his devotees. He says, Na yatha me priyatam atmayonir na sankaro na sankarsano sribir naivatma yatha bhavan. That nobody is more dear to me than my devotees like yourself. He says, not my son, Atma Yonir, Brahma. Brahma is son born of his navel. So Brahma is not dear to me like my pure devotees. Na Sankaro, and not even Lord Shiva more dear to me than my devotees. Na Sankarsano, not even my brother Lord Balaram, Sankarsam. Na Sribir, even my Patni, even my wife, Sri Lakshmi, is not dear to me. Naivatma, even my very soul is not dear to me as much as my devotees dear to me. He says, my devotees are even more dear to me than all these personalities and my very self. So such is the intensity of love of Krishna towards his devotees. It's not just pure devotees. He says, Apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vavasito hi saha name bhakta pranasyati. That means, he says that pure devotees are most dear to me. At the same time, any devotee are also most dear to me. Even if he is duracharo, api chetsu duracharo, meaning he may have misbehaved to the extreme, but still, if he is bhajate maam ananya, if he is my unalloyed devotee, then he is very dear to me. So, such is the tie between Lord and his devotees that you cannot put any equation how much he loves his devotees. He even tells about inhabitants of Vrindavan, especially gopis and Nand Jasoda, just before the Venu gate. In the same chapter he says, 10th canto. He says that Madarthe tyakta lok dharma tadartham bibharmi ham. He says, for me, they have given up the social etiquette and lok dharma. And for such devotees, I personally bibharmiham, maintain them in every respect. This is Lord's attitude towards his devotees. Durvasha Muni, he was very exalted yogi, not a devotee. Never use this word about Durvasha that he is a devotee. He is a mystic yogi. So when he offended Amrish Maharaj, Krishna, he spoke, like we discussed yesterday, how he spoke about Amrish Maharaj and made him go back to his devotees to ask him about pardon. So this is Lord's love towards his devotees. And when somebody offends or criticizes, vinindati, if anybody criticizes or offends Lord, then how a devotee will be able to sustain his life or sustain his such a blasphemer, how he can tolerate? He wants to. He is very compassionate by nature, mild, meek and humble. But he can't. He will become so uncomfortable that out of his will he will commit violence. Very, very dangerous. If somebody blasphemes God, Krishna, Vishnu, very dangerous for him. Devotees will never able to tolerate such thing. So these saintly people, how they want to, they are Brahmins. They are not Kshatriya. Not their business is not to kill, but they couldn't tolerate at all that when King Ven, he would get away by blaspheming Lord Vishnu. So we have to be very careful blaspheming devotees and his Lord Krishna. And there are 6 nindati, insult, blaspheme the devotees. So if you blaspheme devotees of the Lord, then Krishna also is non-violent, but he becomes very furious and violent if somebody blasphemes his devotees. And if you blaspheme the devotees of the Lord, then your devotion towards Krishna will be totally destroyed. Why? Because Krishna had to become your enemy. And there are 6 nindati, insult, blaspheme the devotees. This sloka, I think it is from Adi Puran. Sloka goes like this: Hanti nindati vaidvesti vaishnavana abhinandati. Hanti nindati vaidvesti vaishnavana abhinandati. Krandati upajayate na harsham darsane patanani sat. So hanti, to spank or to beat up a devotee is called hanti. Nindati, ninda, criticize, unnecessary. Constructive criticism is one thing, and destructive, unnecessary criticizing devotees. Hanti nindati vaidvesti, dves karna. Dves karna means to become envious of a devotee. Dvesh karna. Vaishnavana abhinandati. And when you see Vaishnava, you must greet him by saying Hare Krishna, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. But if you don't greet him, just brush through him and you are your way and he is on his way, is Vaishnava's aparad. Vaishnavana abhinandati. Krandati, to exhibit anger on any Vaishnava devotee of the Lord. Doesn't matter what it is. But you cannot be angry at a devotee. Krandati. Upajayate na harsham darsane. Upon his darsan, if you don't become jubilant, if you don't become happy by seeing Vaishnava, that is also Vaishnava Parad. Upajayate na harsam darsane. Patanani sat. By these such 6 things, 6 offenses to Vaishnavas, one fall down is deadly certain. You will fall down from devotion to Krishna one day or another down the road. Your fall down is as sure as death. So here we have seen that saintly people, they are trying to kill scorpion, snake-like, atheistic, not only atheistic, but a rascal king, ruler of this earth planet, who is a blasphemer of Lord Vishnu. They are helpless. They want to remain meek and humble, but they could not tolerate blasphemy of Lord Vishnu. And they said, Hanti, Hanti, kill him, kill him. So I'll stop here. Any question, comment?
Now in the walk of our everyday life, we are coming across some insects which are troubling us. Well, one of these days when we were discussing with somebody, they said nothing wrong there also, like snake and scorpion and mosquito, we can kill them. But sometimes we heard from devotees and we read that Srila Prabhupada used to make a net when he is sleeping, and even to mosquitoes he will not give any trouble. What sort of way we should adopt when we are disturbed by such?
Well, atatai you can kill. Atatai means mosquito can suck your blood. So if somebody is sucking your blood, then you have to at least stop that. If not kill, then you have to stop. So mosquito net is first class, repellent out of all repellent. And Shastra, in scripture, it says that one should not kill, even if he's sucking your blood, like mosquitoes and khatmal. There were khatmal before. Now it is not seen. But in your bed, there will be some kind of, khatmal. So one should not kill them. But it is, you can kill and you cannot kill. The scripture also says, Attai must be killed. Atatais means these are attatais. And at the same time you should not kill. So it is up to you. That famous example I always wind up giving is that you cannot kill all mosquitoes in the world, but you can put mosquito net on you and you are safe. Just like spikes are everywhere in the world. So you cannot just go and pick all the spikes, but rather you wear shoes yourself and you are protected like that. So thank you very much.